We have had some technical problems.
Hit it! You are connected to Ace TJ 5G. Ace TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D-Rob. Live from the Calatrend Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, here we are, the most special day of the year for Alexis, wearing her Cheech and Chong tie-dye hoodie today because it's 420.
Was that done on purpose?
All about the dope.
Of course it was.
And my NASA hat.
Oh.
Because you know stoners love space.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
what's the line I saw this morning that 420 used to be about hiding out in your parents' basement and smoking all day, but now it's about taking Delta 8 for your old bad back?
But you know, I got to thinking about the 420 celebrations and all. If you're not a dope head and you don't keep up with dope head things, 420 is the day that all the dope heads go crazy. It's their special marijuana day and whatever. But when you look at today's dope, it's legal in a lot of places. And then there are also things that are legal all over the country that will still mess with your head and get you high and all of that. Like there's one that's called the Delta 8. Nothing to do with the airline. Or any sorority or fraternity, just a different Delta. But people who will celebrate 420, like today, yeah, we're going to go out and, you know, we're going to celebrate, we're going to get so high and whatever. Is that much different than St. Patrick's Day?
No.
It's just alcohol that the St. Patrick's Day reveler plans to overindulge in?
No, you're right, though. That's a good point, TJ. If you plan for your St. Patrick's Day to get up, and I'm going to the Irish bar, I'm going to have breakfast, going to drink all day, it's the same. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
The exact same thing. You're right.
So, look at me on the side of the dope heads.
I love it. Finally.
You dope heads, Alexis.
We got a lot to offer to society, honestly.
Yeah.
Who does?
Us, the dope heads.
Okay. So is today, are you like, do you have the rest of your day planned, or you're being an adult today?
I'm working an event today. Okay. But it is for
For the
420.
dope heads.
Yeah, it's a 420 event you're working. Does that count?
Yeah, it's cool, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, like I've said, I've been a proponent for it for a long time as kind of the libertarian side of me. But just don't try to force it on everybody else and say that everybody else's life would be so much better if they started, eating marijuana eggs for breakfast. And,
oh, no.
And whatever else they do with how they've made it into every single aspect of life today. If you put it around the rim of your hat, it soaks into your brain and gets into your bloodstream and keep you from having heart problems. You know, they do all that.
Are marijuana eggs a thing? Or is that, did you make that up?
I'm sure they can make anything a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, there's some people that
don't
need to. Like, they don't need it, and I don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said that before.
You find out pretty quick, yeah, and they just kill your buzz.
But people who can't handle it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and they start acting weird.
Yeah.
What happens to it? What do you mean that weird?
Paranoid.
Oh, okay.
Like the way, well, I don't know. There's just a way they act,
Yeah.
and you immediately recognize
like,
this person is not built for that type of thing.
It becomes a nuisance or something. Kind of like somebody who's really, really drunk
Yeah, exactly.
that can't handle their alcohol
Exactly.
when everybody
Yeah.
else is just chill.
Yeah.
Having
You're
a few
like,
beers.
You don't need to smoke ever again, dude. Like, relax. Just don't stick to your beer. It's a thing.
Soon.
Okay.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Before we go any further, Ace, your camera is pointed almost in the corner of the room here.
Oh, I can't see it, so I don't know what I'm
There you
doing.
go. There you go. Stop there.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Well, today is 420. It is the top trending topic. And there's a lot of things. I mean, people are talking about smoking weed and all that stuff. But if you go to Red Lobster, today's a perfect day. Today, they've launched their endless shrimp. High and go to Red Lobster. What
Yeah.
a combo.
Is endless shrimp. I mean, shrimp with that. Is that a good snack food while you're high? It doesn't seem. I've never heard anybody say I've got the munchies that I'm going to eat a bunch of shrimp.
I don't know, but I just thought about some of those shrimp in between the biscuits that they have would be amazing. The Cheddar Bay
Those little
biscuits.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah.
Make some shrimp sliders out of those.
Yeah, I love
I don't know
that.
if y'all heard that or not, but Teddy Robb doesn't even smoke weed. He was in there going, that was you, wasn't it, Rob? That
Yes,
big
that
inhale?
sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even think he goes to Red Lobster.
But he will today
He'll
now.
go now.
When I go there, I get chicken.
Give me a shrimp
He
sandwich.
would.
By the
He
way,
would.
none of this will be shocking, but I saw this morning. A study found the best cities for stoners: Portland, Denver, Buffalo. I didn't figure that one. Seattle and Baltimore. That's based on things like dispensaries per capita price and the fact that weed is fully legal. Now, worst cities: Birmingham, Memphis, and Louisville. All states where it's not fully legal.
Yeah, I don't think even in Birmingham, I don't think Delta 8 is even legal there.
Yeah, probably in the whole state of Alabama, probably.
Yeah.
Come on, Birmingham.
Like, come on, loosen up a little bit.
But you know, because the state of Alabama is, they're good Christian folk. They don't like all that. It took them years and years and years before they ever even allowed the sale of adult items.
Boo.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
You're not having any of those parties around here, ladies.
That's right.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but today's also National Cheese Fries Day. So seems like an interesting coincidence.
Cheese fries and Cheddar Bay biscuits. I'm all about that.
I just looked up that endless shrimp and shrimp linguine Alfredo's on that menu. Woo!
You'd eat that?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So you can get endless shrimp linguine Alfredo?
Yeah, you can switch it up with some garlic shrimp scampi.
Oh.
And this is not a Red Lobster commercial.
No,
this
it
is
ain't,
just
but
Rob going crazy
It'd
right
be a
now.
whole lot cooler.
Yeah, Rob's calling it the sea's Olive Garden. Olive Garden of the Sea.
Yeah.
With the endless Alfredo pastas.
Wow.
We've lost Rob for the days. He
Yeah.
peruses the
Show's
Red Lobster.
6 minutes old. He's already looking at Red Lobster menus. What was it yesterday? The mozzarella, the tiny
Cheese
sticks?
I didn't end up getting it.
You did or did not?
I did not.
Okay.
Well, it's 420 today. Maybe today's the day.
Yeah.
And it's also National Lima Bean Respect Day, which I got news for you. I don't respect a lima bean.
I do not respect
think
a
the
lima
flavors-
bean.
The flavor sucks. The texture is not good.
The name of it just sounds horrible, like a lima bean.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's the worst type of bean, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't respect. I don't
Those are the
respect
green
lima
ones,
bean.
right?
They're like pale,
Yeah, they're green.
pale green.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
Yeah, not a huge
Ace, we
fan.
grew up more on butter beans.
Yeah. I
Those
was
are the
saying,
brown ones.
Yeah, not a huge fan of the lima bean.
But I like lima beans.
A lot more
You
butter
just
beans
gotta-
than lima beans.
You just got to season them right with some bacon and smoked turkey necks.
Oh yeah. And then, so this might be interesting to my brother. They've announced that a Twilight TV series is coming. Oddly enough, my oldest brother Matt got really into like vampire shows for a while. He was into Vampire Diaries and he watched all the Twilight movies. I watched one of those Twilight movies, about 15 minutes of it. I turned it off. It was so bad.
I didn't know guys liked it.
They
They're not
don't.
good.
Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of guys like. My brother included. But I tried watching the first Twilight movie because it was a huge deal. I mean, when Twilight came out, it was a monster.
Yeah, but how old was Matt when he got into Twilight and I started to say Dracula movies, but vampire movies?
He was like probably just out of college whenever
Oh, okay.
Vampire Diaries was. That was on like
Yeah,
the
that's
CW.
that's kind of strange.
He's like, I'm way into that. I'm like, are you? But yeah, they're making a Twilight TV series. So this is on the heels of the Harry Potter TV series that's coming to Max, which is what they now call HBO Max. So something for everybody today.
Max.
Max. And those are a few things that are now trending.
What is it about Alexis that had members of the Ace and TJ radio family sending us a news story? Now, we're not condoning the actions in the news story, but why, when lots of people saw it, did they feel the need to reach out to us and tell us about it? It's because of Alexis. Next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next. Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
we've developed one of the easiest ways for you to help somebody who's really in need right now. It's the ACE and TJ Baby Registry. So my wife and I have a baby due June 17th, and full credit where credit's due. Our manager, Adam, thought of this. I didn't. I wish I had. Kind of celebrating our son Dax's birth, again, due the 17th. Wanted to do something to help others who are in need. So working with Levine Children's Hospital, we've linked you up to the ACE and TJ Baby Registry. Go to acetj.com/baby. You can pick 2 different locations, click on it, and it just connects you. It's so simple. Connects you to the Amazon wish list of things the hospital needs, things that families need. It even tells you how many of them. So some of the stuff's like $10. Some of it's $20, and it tells you like need 4, need 5, that kind of thing. It's super easy to do. We hope you'll go and help out some families who are in need, because families come from all over the country to these 2 hospitals to receive aid for children who are really, really, really sick and going through a really difficult time. So if you get a chance, check it out. acetj.com/baby is the ACE and TJ Baby Registry. Before we get to why all these people were sending us this message yesterday, you want to hear the highs and lows of life in the span of about 20 seconds. This girl is in high school, and she recorded a video of herself crying to her friends because she was cheated on. And the friends are trying to make her feel better, and she's down. And then her life goes from the depths of despair to the heights of joy within a split second. Here we go.
We know you're sad.
Yeah.
We know you're sad.
He's not someone to cry over, though.
I'm gonna open wash you. No, don't do it right now.
I'm going to open wash you. It's a college she's trying to get into. She's a high school senior. Yeah, so that's what, just so you know what wash you is.
I just want to feel all the pain at once. Because I can't. No, Danny, we're not opening that decision right now. You're not ready. I got in! Oh my God!
Isn't that awesome?
She got in.
I love watching those college acceptance videos, because it's just, people are so happy. All the kids are happy. The parents are happy. Everybody's happy. My favorite one so far this year was a girl who somehow set her letter to come from the University of Virginia, but came to her father because her dad is a huge Virginia fan. So she was watching through the window. She knew it was in the mail, put it back in the mail. And so she filmed him through the window when he opened it. And he's standing outside on the driveway looking at it. You hear him screaming like, "Oh my God, you got into Virginia!" And then she runs outside. It's really cool. So it's very exciting. But I thought that was fun, despite the fact she was recording a video of herself crying.
And despite the fact that she's headed for a Marxist indoctrination center, but whatever.
We don't know anything about the college she's attending.
Chances are.
I don't know what WashU is. Or that Washington University or something?
Yeah.
I would assume. So yesterday, and I am not making light of this situation at all. I just found this fascinating. I just saw a couple yesterday, a couple this morning that came in overnight. Nash County, North Carolina, the sheriff's office arrested a man for stabbing his coworker at a food processing plant. It all happened Tuesday night. And it happened at this food processing plant. And why would everybody be sending us this information? Because when you watch the news report, as the man is being led out of his house in handcuffs, he's wearing tan pants, a tan beanie, and a black T-shirt with the word Loteria emblazoned across the front.
That's hilarious.
And everybody sent it to us. Goes, I don't know the rest of what they said, because when I saw his T-shirt, all I could think of was Alexis in the show.
Loteria. I love it.
I mean, look, it's plain as day. I'm showing them his picture now. You can see his picture right there. It says Loteria right across the front of his shirt.
Loteria.
Loteria. I was like, what about this story about someone stabbing someone? It's reminding them of me.
Yeah, because there were so many things.
I was like, what?
So many aspects of the story.
Well, have you ever stabbed anyone?
No, I haven't. That's why I was like, is that the type of vibe I put out?
Have you ever carried a knife?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever worn tan pants, a tan beanie, and a black shirt? Yeah.
Yeah.
And said Loteria?
Loteria.
So is it, again, if you don't know, that's in El Salvador. It's called Loteria.
Yeah, it's like a Salvadorian version of bingo, but
Okay.
you play with beans.
Yeah, because it's not the actual. It doesn't stand for the lottery.
No,
Do you win? Are the beans the prizes, or do you win other prizes when you play at Loteria?
the whole experience is the prize, I guess. There's no prize to it.
So the beans are what you put down on the letters when you get them, like
Yeah.
bingo chips. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
dried beans up. It's cute. Mm-hmm. So, Loteria.
Yeah, but there he is, hands cuffed behind his back, and innocent until proven guilty. But he's wearing a T-shirt that says Loteria.
Well-
walking right out the door of his house.
I'm sure almost every Loteria game in El Salvador ends with somebody getting stabbed.
Yeah,
right?
that is
we
true.
assume that.
Yeah, macheted.
This is for me. This is only trumped by the time that when TJ and I worked in Huntsville, and I was literally watching the news, and they brought a suspect out, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said Ace and TJ 1043 WZYP.
Stop.
And I was like, oh my God, he's wearing our T-shirt on the news.
Hey, you hit the Loteria that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
You know, it seems like we're not allowed to do anything anymore. There is something else that was just announced you are no longer supposed to do. And I don't think it's possible. Because if you woke up this morning, you've already done this thing. And it needs to stop. Coming up next.
Missed part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Well, Mr. Todd says to me the other day, he goes, "That's our video guy." He goes, "Man, I'll be glad when our chairs come in," because Mr. Todd and his wife Carrie went to Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, like Jody and I did, to get the furniture for their home. And they got living room stuff. And of course, they had to get the new version of the chairs that Jody and I have. Like they got to be flexing on us and everything. But you go to Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, they got the most comfortable mattresses and the technologically advanced sleep systems with the adjustable mattresses, the cooling technology, all of that stuff. And beautiful, beautiful couches and love seats and sectionals and recliners and all of that. And they're good people, and they know what they're doing. They're not just in there selling furniture and going, "Hey, this is inexpensive furniture. Take it." No, it's top quality furniture, and they have a team of designers that are pros to help you do all of your furniture selection that's going to look good in your house. All right, so if you go to acetj.com/mattress, you'll find them. acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
So it is 420, and there's some wild stuff happening. I found this stat to be more shocking than anything else. Americans now spend about $30 billion a year on legal weed products. Or last year, in 2022, spent about $30 billion on legal weed products. That is more than we spent on chocolate and craft beer combined.
It's a huge industry, man.
$30 billion.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
It's
lit.
Huge industry, man.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Yeah.
So if you we mentioned this earlier, the 420 is obviously a stoner holiday, so to speak. But USA Today has looked into it, and everybody still seems to be going with the top theory that in the 1970s, these high schoolers in California used to meet up at 420 after school to smoke. And I thought that was debunked one time, but
Yeah, I thought so too.
I don't know. And a police department in Pennsylvania today is offering a free bag of Doritos to anyone who brings their pot in to have it tested. Recreational use is still illegal in Pennsylvania, so yes, it is a trap.
Yeah, I was like, that is such a trap.
Messed up.
Instead of doing something like where you could actually test it for fentanyl or something like that, they were just going to trap
Yeah, they're gonna-
innocent weed smokers that would have been sitting on their couch otherwise.
But if they're going to go in for a bag of Doritos,
Right.
I mean, do we really need them walking amongst us?
But
if they're that dumb,
But I don't know.
Not
my
a
thing
fan
is,
of that.
My thing is, if it's a trap,
they're not going to do
like
it.
that's the thing you felt the need to put out there. Like, don't you have more important things to be worried about as a police department than
Right.
some people who smoke a little weed every now and then?
I think they're just joking.
Maybe
with
Trying
that
to be
one. 'Cause
funny.
no person would go in for a free bag of chips just to take their weed in. It's illegal to the police. Really?
To get it tested? I don't know. Do people do that with other medicines to get cocaine or stuff tested?
I don't know.
And there's a company called Zen Cannabis that has created a 420-pound chocolate bar in honor of 420. It measures 9 feet by 4 feet, and it's 3 inches thick. It also includes 4.2 million milligrams of THC.
What's the point of that? Is everybody just gonna take a little bite?
Yeah, I guess. The asking price is $42,000.
What?
In honor of 420. So, happy 420, everybody.
Ace TJ 5G. Miss any part of today's show? Don't. Just download it wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ radio show and podcast.
There's something you do every morning. If you did it, already done it this morning. It's instinctive to do it, and it has to stop. We'll give you the details in a second. But if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, go to YouTube and search for Ace TJ TV. We're constantly putting up great new stuff like TJ and Jody's House podcast is up there. The show is up there every day. Our extra funny podcast goes up on our YouTube channel every day. Yesterday, we added the latest edition of the Ace at Large video podcast where my son and I go to the Daytona 500. You can join us along for part of that. All sponsored by Go Gaston, and it's Gaston County. acetj.com/Gaston to check that out. So go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Ace TJ TV on YouTube. You wake up in the morning, probably within the first 30 to 45 seconds as you wake up, you rub your eyes to wipe away the drowsiness, and that has to stop. There is an expert named Nimi Mistry. She's an optician at Vision Direct and says that rubbing your eyes can actually cause, quote, a whole host of issues, end quote, and should be avoided as much as possible. It could lead to scratches on the cornea, even infections. She said, quote, for some, an automatic response to tired, irritated eyes, especially while stressed, is to rub them to achieve temporary relief. But a 2018 scientific study showed that, I'm not going to get into all these terms, but it sounds like some bad stuff. They're too long to try to pronounce. I'll give it a shot. Staphylococcus.
It's like staph infection.
Nailed it.
Thank you, Rob. And streptococcus.
Streptococcus.
Thank you, Rob. Are present on the surfaces of computer keyboards and mobile phones, and now you're transferring those into your eyes.
Yuck.
So now you're not even supposed to rub your eyes.
Yeah, people have been dropping like flies for
Dropping
years,
like
and not even having a clue what was causing all these deaths and blindness.
Yeah.
And now, because of this lady, we know.
She said if your eyes are feeling particularly irritated and you really want to do something about it, instead of rubbing them, reach for a clean tissue to wipe away the area, or perhaps a warm washcloth. I threw the warm washcloth thing in there because I find it to be very soothing.
Over your eye?
Yeah. Just take your eyes, put a warm washcloth in it. Just let it cover over your eyes. It feels good.
But people have always said don't rub your eyes, and that's how you get sick. That's how you get,
I've never heard that.
You ever keep your hands away from your face? Like during the pandemic, they brought that old rule back out. I mean, that's probably what got you sick, Riggins. Rubbing your eyes.
Rubbing your eyes.
I got handling poo poo.
Staphylococcus in my eyes now.
Yep, and streptococcus.
And streptococcus.
Yeah, all the coccuses.
Snuffleupagus, Streptococcus.
Yeah, all the sarcophaguses.
And a sarcophagus.
Ooh, your
Okay,
eyes
so-
are very cockalousy.
Yeah. So now you're not supposed to rub your eyes. What else are you? I mean, I can't imagine there's not going to be any way that I'm not going to be able to rub my eyes. So, what else is out there though that you are not supposed to do, but you do? Like a variety of things that maybe society now says you're not supposed to do, or perhaps even your doctor has told you don't do that anymore. And you're like, oh, thanks, doc. Probably go ahead and do that. Well, one of the great examples is. This lady said, Joanna said, my husband gets gas with the truck running. I've told him 100 times.
it's not that big a deal.
That's a good one though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I always thought like you
can't.
immediately
Yeah.
explode.
Exactly. I always thought that too. Or like not using your cell phone around the gas pumps. They would say that too.
Yeah,
They
they've got.
still say that. I think.
I thought they've gotten past that one. I know you're not supposed to smoke at the gas
Not
pump.
supposed to
Then
get
why
in
is
your
Mario
car.
Lopez talking at me through the little TV
Exactly.
screen?
Right.
That seems fine if I can't use my phone.
Well, that's the same theory. The whole Amanda and I were on a plane, a while back, and 6 to 8 months ago, maybe it was back in August. And I looked down at my phone, and she goes, "Your phone's not in airplane mode." And I said, "Yeah, I'm not really that worried about it, but I mean, I'll put it in airplane mode." But she was, "It's supposed to be in airplane mode."
Not the whole time.
I was
no.
like, the plane's not going to go down because my phone is not in airplane mode. It's going to be okay. She was like, "Please put it in airplane mode." So I put it in airplane mode because she was just very concerned about it not being in airplane mode. And I don't even think about that about half the time.
Good one.
Yeah, you're not supposed to chew ice, but you know, a lot of people still do that.
Why aren't you supposed to chew ice?
Bad for your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love chewing ice.
I know, I do too. But my dentist has told me before, don't do that. I'm like, "Oh, okay. And I still keep doing it.
Or
So-
you're not supposed to put things in your mouth that aren't food or whatever.
Or up your nose.
Like chewing on
Or your-
chewing on pens and pencils and things like that. People do it.
So at the Ace TJ show, what is it that you are not supposed to do, but do? I'm not supposed to blank, but I do. DM us if you want to be anonymous. We'll get to it next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up. This is Ace TJ 5G.
You need some advertising done for a business. You're in charge of the getting the business marketed and branded and all of that. Then you need Ace TJ Media. We can handle that for you. Go to acetjmedia.com. acetjmedia.com.
There's a woman on Reddit, and she was talking about her boyfriend, and she said, I change my underwear and socks every day, every morning, regardless of if I've showered or not. My boyfriend changes his underwear and socks every time he showers, and he thinks I'm odd for changing them every day. He doesn't shower every day. And he thinks
Why?
she's weird.
Okay, so wait. If it's a
shower, take a shower every day.
Well, we know
Rob does now.
now.
I do now, yeah.
Grown up.
That's the key indicator word.
what did you just say, Rob?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay.
Now.
Wait, so if he wakes up on Monday morning and takes a shower, goes Monday, wakes up Tuesday and doesn't take a shower, and say he doesn't shower until Wednesday morning, he's wearing the same underwear from Monday morning to Wednesday morning.
Yeah, he's probably not even taking them off.
Yeah.
You know, he goes to bed in the underwear, wakes up, puts his pants back on.
Yeah.
And just, he's like, I'm not going to put on new underwear with a dirty, well, I guess he doesn't see it as dirty, as an unwashed body. And that kind of, to me, makes more sense. Now, I shower every day, sometimes twice a day, and I change my underwear every time. But if you're not even taking them off, why bother changing them?
Yeah, and he's
'Cause you're
doing the
still
same with socks.
Yeah, that I can't really justify because you would have to take those off to go to bed, I'm assuming.
Oh, no, some people go to sleep with socks on.
That's a whole other.
I know.
weird,
I
wacko
completely
behavior.
agree with you, but people do it.
You think you're wacko if you don't take your socks off?
100%.
I don't take. I mean, I do take mine off at night, but I never thought of somebody as being just a whack
Yeah,
job. if
that's
they-
weird.
Okay.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Maybe their
Especially
feet
if
are
you're a
cold.
guy.
though.
Still weird.
What if it's an occasional thing in the winter because their feet are cold?
No, I'm still not.
Okay.
Guys' feet shouldn't get cold. Or at least if they do, they shouldn't say anything about it. I don't ever want to hear
agree
another
with
guy
that
say,
sentiment.
"Oh, my feet are cold."
Yeah.
I want to get Riggins. I want Riggins to give his rules for men one day. He's got some odd.
Oh,
ones.
your feet are cold. Well, here, I'm going to mace you now. I'm going to call the cops.
Calluses should be thick enough to warm your feet.
Even outside, then you wouldn't want to hear a guy say if he's out in the cold outside, say
No.
my feet are freezing.
Yeah, I don't think I want to hear that.
I
And I've
agree.
got no skin in the game. Alexis, it would be weird, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. That's such a
So if you and Jay were ever sitting in the apartment, he goes, "Oh, I put my socks on. My feet are cold." You would
Yeah.
think he's less of a man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. It's more than regular funny. It's extra funny. The Extra Funny podcast is live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ app and available anytime where you get podcasts. Now, more Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
How about some free stuff? Early invitations to Ace and TJ events and activities. That's what you can get when you become a member of Ace TJ Prime. This used to be called the Share Funny family, but we're in the process of making some changes. Share Funny now becomes the Extra Funny podcast every day, live at 9 Eastern on the Ace and TJ app, where you can download it every day free after that. So sign up for the Ace TJ Prime and Ace TJ Prime Plus because you get all kinds of brand new stuff all the time. Rewards, free stuff, early admission, additional access to the show, and some new shows that we'll be doing at night, all kinds of cool stuff. So you can do that through the Ace TJ app. Just download the app for free in your app store. Search for Ace and TJ. We're talking about things that you're not supposed to do, but you do. Okay? Number one answer, we'll go ahead and get it out of the way, by far, Q-tips.
Oh, yeah.
People, I guess technically you're not supposed to use Q-tips to clean your ears. And one person said they once ruptured their eardrum. Do you think that stopped them? Nope.
See, I use a ton of Q-tips, but I never put them in my ears. So I abide by that rule.
You're just weird.
Okay. Some of these I didn't know. Like Shelly said, lick the cake beaters, but we still do. Are you not supposed to do that anymore?
Because it has raw egg
It's
in
raw
it.
egg and stuff. Yeah.
No, it's because people were doing it without turning it off the beaters, the mixer. That's the only problem.
Yeah, several people said that, have listed that as their response. And I was like, I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that anymore.
That doesn't matter. If your eggs are fresh, it's not going to hurt you. I mean, mayonnaise has eggs in it, and they're not cooked.
Yeah, you can eat mayonnaise in it, anytime.
And eat it out in the sun.
Mark said, eat ice cream an hour before bed. It's pretty much a routine for me now. Are you not? I did not know you're not supposed to eat ice cream.
I think it's sugar.
That's probably something his parents
That's
lied
what
to
I
him
was just
about when he
thinking.
was a kid. You're going to have nightmares. You eat ice cream before you go to bed. You'll die in your sleep.
Yeah.
Just like my mom would tell me not to swallow watermelon seeds. She's like, you're going to grow a watermelon tree.
Yeah.
I don't have a watermelon tree inside of me.
Why are you swallowing the seeds?
I don't know.
You that hungry?
Yeah.
She said not to, so I had to.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
You would grow a watermelon tree in your body?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a old wives' tale thing. You just grow a watermelon in your.
She was just messing with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Luckily, nobody said still litter. I told y'all a while back, I saw somebody throw an entire box of Bojangles out the window, and I was like, what was that? I hadn't seen anybody litter in so long. It completely freaked me out.
I love a litter bug that's not afraid to be a litter bug. I like the litter.
Dude.
I don't care what they say.
I'm telling you, they were going down the ramp to get on I-77 in Charlotte, and just and Amanda and I were in the car together, and she goes, "What was that?" I said, "That guy just threw it," and we drove right by. It's like, that's an entire box from Bojangles chicken. I mean, I don't know what all was in it, but it's just that big rectangular yellow box just shoved out the window. It's like, I haven't seen anybody litter in so long. I had no idea.
Was there anybody in the car with him?
I
Because
didn't-
he may have been in there like with his wife or something, and she's griping at him for some reason, and she's the one that wants the chicken so badly, and he just grabs it and throws it out the window.
Oh.
Maybe that's maybe it was a one-time litter thing.
Yeah, it was wild. I was so thrown by that when I saw it, because there was a time when I was a kid that people would just throw stuff out the window. You finish a Coke and just throw the can out the window.
That's to help people who are collecting cans to make money.
Yeah.
Okay. Plastic straws made the list. People still using plastic straws.
You're supposed to.
Yeah. And somebody said that they smoke inside their car. They know they're not supposed to, but they still smoke inside their car, which
Yes.
just seems not odd. But when they say smoke inside the car, for some reason I picture it as like the windows are up,
Yeah, they're hotboxing.
which seems so crazy to me.
But if I were still a smoker, I would be smoking in my truck all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's the way I look at it, because if they say smoking in the car, for some reason, I think they're pointing out they leave the windows up. I don't know if that's accurate.
Who would
or
do
not.
that?
I don't know. That's why it was weird.
But I don't know. That was one of my favorite times to smoke.
In the car.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't anybody in there griping at me. And I was listening to cigarette smoking music.
What, cigarette smoking music?
Hell yeah.
What the heck?
What
Right, what's a
qualifies as
song?
cigarette smoking music? Can you give us a couple of examples?
Hair band stuff, a lot of Bad Company.
Yeah.
And, things like that.
A little
Back when people were still allowed to smoke without being arrested or put into cages and stuff and sequestered from the rest of society. Back when we were still a free country. Any songs from back then?
I just will never forget looking out the window of my apartment when TJ and I lived in the same apartment complex, and see him riding around in his little red truck, just making the loop, the apartment complex over and over, smoking out the window of his truck. It's like, what are you doing? He goes, Jody doesn't know I smoke. Yes, she does. She does.
I have been quit.
Yeah.
That was third or fourth time I had quit.
But it's been how long since you smoked now?
22 years.
2 years?
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard thing to do.
It's been long enough.
Time to start back.
Yeah,
now.
bring it back.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Yeah, now that those kids are grown.
Yeah, I mean,
Who cares?
back on them death darts, baby. We will do Now Trending coming up next.
From the Calotrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotrin at acetj.com/weight loss. TJ 5G.
Ace TJ 5G is brought to you by O'Connor Insurance Associates. They're an independent insurance agency, which means they work directly for their clients, not some big insurance agency. You can get the most insurance for your money at acetj.com/O'Connor. You're going to love these people, I promise. acetj.com/O'Connor.
So there was a 64-year-old guy in the UK, and he was sleeping, and his dog chomped down on his big toe so hard that it hit the bone. But it was a lucky thing that his dog went psycho on him like that, because he never felt it, because his whole foot was numb from the diabetes. So the dog probably saved his life by doing that. Saved his leg and probably his life.
Because the dog can detect like low blood sugar. Is that how that works?
I don't know. I think the dog was just
No, I think
crazy.
the dog was trying to save him and was like, this is how he's going to know.
But the dog's not a trained assisted, whatever you call it.
Oh, it's not?
No,
just knew.
it's just a dog. So while that was a good thing, he got to get rid of that dog.
Stop.
To the bone? Yeah, I'm getting rid of him.
Yeah, it's like, thank you for telling me I got diabetes or whatever, but you just bit me. You got to go. I'm taking you to the shelter. It's like when the coach gives the batter the bunt sign and he misses it, but he hits a home run. He's still in trouble because he should have bunted the ball. It was a good result, but first and foremost, he should have been paying attention and got the sign. So the dog, it was a good result, but when you come back to it, he did just attack the owner.
So even though now he has learned about his diabetes and he saved his foot, possibly his leg, maybe his life, dog still has to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Off to the shelter.
But, and also is an illustration of how terrible the healthcare system is in the United Kingdom. He's laying there with diabetes, and it takes a dog to bite him to know, oh, wait, I didn't even feel that. I must have the diabetes.
That's my thing. Did he not know that his foot was numb? And I don't know a lot about how that
he was
works.
asleep.
But did his foot go numb while he was sleeping? Because prior to that day, did he not realize, like, I can't feel anything in my foot when I walk?
He's in the UK, so you got to figure he's walking around drunk all the time. He may not even know.
Okay. He had quick onset diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob. Diabetes is in your family. That's the way it works, right? You go to sleep and you're fine, and then when you wake up, you got diabetes. I caught it in my sleep.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. on your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ radio show and podcast.
So you good. Alexis is counting down the minutes so she can start her, hopefully she hasn't started already, 420 celebration. Because she got to get home somehow. Riggins, you gonna take her home? Nah.
I'll buy you a sandwich.
Okay.
That would fall to Rob now. He's the only one that lives
Right.
anywhere close to her.
And the only one that's going to get a sandwich right after.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
So NASA is refusing to tell people where that satellite landed. You know, there was this massive 600-pound spacecraft that was set to enter the Earth's atmosphere last night, and it did. And all we know is they say it either fell around Asia, Africa, or South America. You go, well, those are pretty far apart. That's all they're saying. They're not going to
because they don't know. They don't know where it is.
They know exactly where it is.
They do know.
It probably wasn't even a thing.
know.
Well,
Probably made it up.
they said it had a 1 in 2,500 chance of crushing somebody to death.
I know.
One in
That's what I'm saying.
Only one
2,500?
person?
1 in 2,500, yeah.
Wow, that's much higher than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Did they confirm that it didn't?
They said, well, they're not even revealing whether or not it burned up or it landed, but they were under the impression that it was going to crash down somewhere. Mm-hmm. You don't believe it?
No. They don't know.
You don't think they know?
No.
I mean, certainly it would have been on Twitter or something. Somebody would have put it on
I
TikTok.
had a video, exactly.
Oh my God, the satellite just crushed
Snapchat.
my man's. So I don't know, but keep your eyes open.
You can't trust them space people.
That is so true.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now, the top trending topic is 420. Happy 420. People are celebrating. And Alexis, what are you going to do? Do you have any 420 plans?
No, I'm working a 420 event, so it's still 420 related.
So what does a 420 event look like?
It's just gonna be like different specials at a dispensary, food trucks, music.
Not a lot of
Deals.
fast movement.
Yeah, everybody's
Pretty
just
slow pace
chilling,
event, kind of chill event. Yeah.
smoking together. You know, building vibes.
Building vibes, relishing in the vibes.
It's a vibe building afternoon.
Yeah. So people are talking about that. Disney is trending for a variety of reasons. I don't really want to get into it because I don't want to get into it. How about that? McDonald's is trending this morning because they've announced that they're going to sell you Big Mac sauce. Just the Big Mac sauce. They're going to serve it in those same little cups that their other condiments come in. Begins next week. Now, earlier this week, I was talking about in Now Trending how they're changing up the burgers. The Big Mac is going to get more sauce. Some of the burgers are going to get grilled onions and meltier cheese. But yesterday they announced that you're going to be able to buy the Big Mac sauce in a little cup. Now here's the catch. It's limited time only, and it's while supplies last. And you got to order it through the app. So a couple stipulations there.
And then you got to crack a safe when you get there to get it out of the safe, and then that's going to give you a code to where you're going to have to go to the nearest body of water
Yeah, I mean,
and have a scavenger hunt or a treasure map.
Rob, does
You gotta
that
do a
appeal
lot.
to you at all?
Yes, I love
Oh,
the Big
he
Mac
loves
sauce.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's great.
Yeah, he gets his Mac sauce on other burgers.
Yeah, the double cheeseburger with Mac sauce is where it's at.
Ooh, that sounds good. I've
never
never
thought
tried
of
to do
that.
that.
It's good. Rob
that's
turned me on to that.
Okay,
The
Rob.
double quarter pounder with cheese with mac sauce?
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
do
I
it.
like that.
I did
Dip
see-
fries in mac sauce.
Sure.
I saw something cool on Twitter the other day, though. Somebody did a side by side of it said, "What happened to McDonald's? Remember when the inside was fun?" And they were showing like old school McDonald's where the walls looked like they had trees coming out of them and all this kind of stuff. And then a shot of today's McDonald's and it looks like a Starbucks or every other place in the world.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
yeah, but they are bringing back the Hamburglar. So I mean, a little
Really? They're
nod
bringing
to
him back?
years past. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Hamburgers
it's the
are-
cartoon
Surprise.
version and not the creepy humanoid version that they had.
They were all creepy.
Yeah, they
bring
were.
back Grimace. Oh, that was
Is that the
Grimace.
purple one?
Yes.
Yeah, what was he? Just like a blob?
He's a blob.
But for years and years and years, the Hamburglar was not creepy.
Yeah.
It was the most fun character that McDonald's had.
Yeah.
Rebel.
Yeah. But all of a sudden, one day, society got to where, it's too creepy. It's triggering. And Ronald is a clown, so that's triggering as well.
What is creepy about the Hamburglar?
He's a thief.
Yep.
I mean, I don't
Maybe
see
it's-
anything creepy about it. I just maybe it's me.
Yeah, no, because we didn't. If we did find something that was creepy, Ace, when we were kids, our parents would just say, "That's fine. That's just a short fellow dressed up in a costume."
Yeah.
That's what they'd say.
Yeah.
He's fine.
And then, those are a few things that are now trending.
A lady won the lottery, not the loteria, but the lottery. And she has a little bit of a dilemma when it comes to what she's going to do with the money. So we'll let you weigh in on it, and I'm sure that the people here in the room are going to have opinions as well. And it could stir up a little something that you and your significant other will argue about later. We'll do it next.
Live from the Calitrin Studios. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More of the Ace and TJ Show next. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
So tonight is the night of our big live stage show. Extra Funny Live will be at the H2 Public House in Cornelius, North Carolina. It's a great restaurant, delicious food, great service. Love them. It'll be there, and if you want a VIP ticket, those are still available. The VIP spots are still available, for you last-minute shoppers. So go to acetj.com. Is there a slash on that or anything, or is that better to go to the social media?
Yeah. Or it's in.
Yeah,
Great.
Social media has the link, though. Just click on the link on any of our social media for tonight.
All of them.
Get them.
I find this interesting. You know how Stranger Things propelled Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush to become a huge hit?
Yeah.
It was a hit in the 80s, not a big hit, but now it became a massive hit all over again and back into the top 10. Well, the same thing is now happening with I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. That song's, I hope that song is 23 years old, and it's all from Love is Blind. There were two characters on the show, Zach and Bliss, who had an early connection because they both loved the song. They knew all the lyrics. It was both important to them because of a relationship with their moms. And they ended up having a really pretty in-depth conversation about it one day, and the two of them eventually ended up getting together. After the finale last Friday, when they finally got back together, because he actually met and was going to marry somebody else, they decided not to, and he went back to her. But it saw a 24% bump in streaming. Then after the reunion episode over the weekend, it had a huge bump because it was featured prominently in that. And the interesting part is the majority of people going out and purchasing it never heard it. It's a brand new song to them. They didn't know that it was 23 years old. People just went out and started checking it out because they saw it on the show. So
My mama's favorite song. It's my mama's favorite song too.
Well, the song is about a mama talking to her baby.
Yeah.
And advising her baby, I hope you dance. Whatever you do in life, take time to stop and enjoy the little moments.
And then this little fun music fact, Lil Yachty says that when you go to Drake's house, all of his toilets play Tupac's Hit 'Em Up when you go to the bathroom.
I believe that.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
obnoxious.
when you're a filthy rich star like that, your toilet should do stuff like that. That's awesome.
Ace TJ 5G. Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All kinds of new stuff up on our YouTubes. You want to see the videos of what it is we do here, special projects and things like that. Ace at Large from the Daytona 500 is up. And Nerd News with Tech D Rob. This week's TJ and Jody's House podcast. And all kinds of other stuff. Go to YouTube, Ace TJ TV. You can get it all there and see how pretty we are. Oh, and you can watch Extra Funny podcast live today at 9 Eastern, 8 in the Central. So this lady has gone on to that Reddit where they ask, am I the jerk? But they don't say jerk. They say, words we don't use. Because she won a lot of money on a scratchy. She wouldn't say exactly how much it was, but she said semi-life-changing, leading people to think it's like tens of thousands of dollars. And she was wondering if she was a jerk because her husband wants to put the money in savings and use it wisely in their home for things. And she wants to take a big, huge world traveling vacation.
Okay.
And she doesn't want to take him on the vacation with her.
Who is she taking with her?
I think she's saying she's just going to go alone. But he's saying put it in savings. We can use it for bills. We can do whatever. Now they do have separate accounts for certain things, but they have a joint account for spending. I guess for home stuff. And she never said I'm the one that bought the lottery ticket or whatever, but she never said I'm the one that bought it with my bank account money, not his.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's he supposed to do? Because if he protests, let's say, she's going to hold it against him and make his life miserable. So just let her do what she wants.
No, what he's supposed to do is leave her.
Oh,
Okay.
Because if she doesn't love him enough to want to take him on this extended trip with her, there are bigger problems.
Wow.
And if she doesn't love him enough to want to share her winnings with him, then he need to go to attorney's office where he needs to go.
And how much did she win again?
It doesn't say, but
Okay.
I think she said tens of thousands.
Okay.
Semi-life changing is what she said.
Probably enough to cure all of their debt or most of their debt, maybe excluding their house, which would change everything about how you go through your day.
Right. I don't care if they don't have any debt. I don't care if they're rich. If she wins a big pot of money on the lottery and they are married, that is their money. And if she wants to keep it all for her selfish reasons, with his not being very happy about it, then they need to be split up.
that's the solution.
Yep. Because I don't think they have kids. Because, like Ace said, if he doesn't do it, then what's it going to be? She's going to make his life hell. She'll resent him or whatever. But the fact that she just is so adamant about not wanting him to have any part of this money in any way, not for him to not be able to enjoy any of it because it's mine, that shows that she doesn't love him enough to be married.
She's putting herself before the couple.
Mm-hmm. But even more so than that, she's putting herself before the couple, and she's also showing a complete and total disregard for him as her man, as her husband. And she has no respect for him. And if he sits there and goes along with it, then she'll be that way forever. He will have not deserved any respect. So she's, I think, just laying down she's giving him no choice in my book. He got to go. You got to get out of there.
Yeah.
You need to call the hurt line or somebody. Yeah. Whatever they advertise on TV for attorneys, he's got to call somebody.
Yeah, he'll be better off though.
Yeah. And she'll be off doing her thing anyway.
And at least then he gets part of that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's, I don't know, if she scratched the winning ticket off on the hood of her car in the parking lot, like most people do who win scratch offs. But what do you think? What do you think should happen here? She's adamant, I don't want to give him any of this money, and I want to travel and be, extravagant with it, for selfish reasons. And I don't even want to take him on this vacation, these trips with me. Should he leave her, get a divorce, or do you think he should do something stupid? Like stay with her. So send us a DM or go to our social medias and leave us a comment. What do you think should happen in this situation at the Ace TJ Show?
From the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Because you're not in Louisville doesn't mean you can't enjoy the Kentucky Derby. Check this out. I think this is awesome. Saturday, May 6th, there is a rooftop derby party happening at Fahrenheit. It's from 4 to 7. The Kentucky Derby happens around 6:30 or so. But this is fantastic. As if Fahrenheit isn't cool enough on a Saturday afternoon, 21 stories above the city, you get a couple of drink tickets. You get Derby cocktails featuring Woodford Reserve. You get complimentary Woodford whiskey tasting. Plus, they have a lot of other drink specials, past appetizers, raffle prizes, pig picking, and race viewing areas to watch the Kentucky Derby, which really, let's face it, the Kentucky Derby, the race itself, becomes secondary to all the cool fun that you're having at Fahrenheit. So you've got to have reservations. FahrenheitCharlotte.com. It's a rooftop derby party, Saturday, May the 6th. Again, it's from 4 to 7, and you get all of that cool stuff. Plus, you're uptown at Fahrenheit, 21 stories above the city on South Caldwell. It's great. Great food, great drinks, great service, and always an incredible environment. You can't go wrong with the Rooftop Derby Party. Get the details, FahrenheitCharlotte.com.
There's a new list of crazy things people have found in Airbnb rentals when they get there. A guest, one of them said that they found a not so ominous pair of handcuffs attached to a leg on the bed. Now, this is not attached to the foot of the bed where you would have had someone handcuffed or have their ankle cuffed to the bed post. This was an old wire frame, metal frame bed, and the handcuffs were on the leg of it at the floor level. Like somebody would have been handcuffed onto the floor.
Like a murder.
Or
some kind of craziness.
Something real freaky.
You.
And these other people said that they rented an Airbnb and the hosts left their dog behind with a note. It read, "He's a cuddler named Kevin."
Aww.
So you just have to take care of this dog the whole time you're there?
I kind of would like that if it was a cute dog.
No, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's like I would give him an extra tip for that.
Yeah.
But who would trust their dog to somebody just coming in renting the house for the weekend?
Kevin's seen it all. I mean, he's like, you can feed him, you don't have to feed him. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
whatever.
And then the most strange one is a couple found a poo logbook where over 100 previous guests tracked what they did in that toilet.
Ew.
For example, you know how when you have the little visitor's book and you write a note of like, "We love the house and hope to visit again soon." They have a one that you're supposed to record your movements.
That's pretty funny.
in.
I would love
Yeah,
that.
you would, Riggins. When I saw that this morning, I was like, Riggins would love that.
That's great reading material, like on the, like you review other people's poops. That's kind of funny. I mean, that's just funny. A poo log. I love that. I mean, I don't know if I want to touch it.
Yeah,
No.
so I mean, it's there, and then with the pen attached to
Ew.
the little journal.
When you go home today, put one in your guest bathroom.
Yeah.
Get you a little book. And
Poo log. Star date 2000.
But yeah, what kind of freak would even think of that? though. Is that worse than leaving their dog behind?
No, leaving the dog behind is far more annoying and worse than that, I would think.
His name's Kevin.
Kevin the cuddler.
He's a cuddler.
I would think they're weirder for leaving the dog behind.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
There's one you can see is kind of a joke. Me having to take care of a dog while I'm renting your Airbnb is not a joke. That's annoying.
Yeah, somebody could just take him to the shelter. Oh my God. So they abandoned this dog.
Ace TJ 5G. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
We're back fast.
All right, so a lady wins the lottery. Not a big $200 and something million jackpot or anything like that, but tens of thousands of dollars that were, quote, semi-life changing. And she doesn't want to use it for anything responsible. She wants to travel the world, but she doesn't want to take her husband with her. She wants to go alone. So, what do you think about that situation? Amanda says her not wanting to take him is the worst part. Imagine if it were him and he wanted to take a trip without her if he won the lottery. And then Amanda says the same thing we hear over and over and over every day and every night. TJ is right.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
He should get away from that. Yeah, he got to go on his own. He say, all right, you take your little scratchy winnings and have a nice life. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to go find somebody who may not be as lucky at games, but will be more lucky in life because she's going to appreciate me.
There's a lady on the front page, though, that says it's her money. She should do what she wants with it.
Yeah. But again, as Amanda said here, let's just turn the tables. Would people say that about him?
Not a chance.
I don't think so.
No. It'd be, his money is their money, and his winnings are their winnings. There would be no, that's his money, he should go.
Agreed. If you're married and you win the lottery, y'all won the lottery, right? Not just one person won the lottery.
Exactly, unless I win.
If he were to say, hey, look, we won $50,000. Why don't you were the one that bought the ticket. Why don't you just take that money and do whatever you want to? Well, good. Then that's one person telling the other person to do that. But if you win the lottery as a married couple, you've won the lottery as a couple. You use it together.
Okay, now, ladies, be honest with yourselves. If the situation came up and the wife told the husband, you know what, you take that $50,000 and just go have fun with it. I don't mind. Would you think she should do that?
No. And if she told him that and he did it, he's a moron.
What would you think about him if he actually said, oh, thank you, honey, and took off? Went fishing on river monsters and them over there on Discovery Channel for a week. Or went with one of his buddies to Vegas for a week, whatever.
We're going first class
2
to
weeks.
play golf at Pebble Beach or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All expenses paid. Let's go, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yeah, I just don't think this is a good marriage. If it's true, I mean, people I think write into that thing just to get some drama going. But if this is a true story,
Yeah, he needs to leave.
yeah, if he hasn't already left, it's because he thinks he can't get someone as good looking as she is. Not to say she's good looking, because she could be, compared to your average woman, ugly as craziness. But he may be worse.
Maybe, but I would take slightly less attractive for not doing scratch off tickets.
Yeah, just the idea of a scratch off person.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, you're a scratchy.
So if she said, guess what, baby? I won $100,000 in the lottery. Really? What numbers did you pick? No, it was a scratch off. You're like, well, okay, let's sit down.
You want an 8 that plays scratchers or a 6?
It's a good thing you won that money because I'm about to leave. I'm leaving you now because you're a scratch player.
I'll take the 6 with a good job.
Look at you completely in a different light now. But you're one of those scratch off people.
Yeah. You're taking Riggins a 6 with a good job over an 8 who plays scratchers.
Yeah, with the chance of getting a lot of money. Absolutely.
I do stand there sometimes in a convenience store, amazed by the brain power that some of these people have to stand there and know what every one of those scratch offs means and how to play it. And you're like, how do you know all this stuff? You got one shoe on. And you're standing there in a T-shirt that says Budweiser. You've had it so long. It's got the frogs on it.
You get 2 pot of goals.
Yeah. And give me a pick 5, and then give me 4 money 3s. And
Dude,
how do you know all that?
my wife loves a scratcher.
Really?
Like, loves it. I think that's the Florida in her.
I was just about to say,
It's
like,
the
that's
Florida.
something about Florida.
That's a little bit of that Tampa area coming out of there.
Yup.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna get 2 scratchers. Okay. And then you come back out, and I'm like, were those scratchers $10 a piece? Yeah, just trying to win the big money.
Yeah.
My friend Anthony that we just went and visited in Charleston, he is like Mr. Straight and Narrow, always makes right decisions. He's, always been a professional. He's not pretentious by any means, but he's just one of those that is always doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So he doesn't play the lottery very much. He doesn't gamble or anything. But we got in his car the other day, and he had a winning scratcher on his sun visor. And I said, "What are you doing playing the lottery?" He goes, "Well," he said, "it was just kind of a little joke. We got the kids some scratch off tickets for Christmas, and Sam actually won $20 on that one. I've been carrying it around ever since because I don't know how to get the money."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, you take it back to the store or take it to a store that sells lottery tickets, and they'll give you $20." He goes, "Is that easy? I thought I had to take it to the office, the lottery office, or something like that." I said, "If you'd have won 50 grand, you probably would have, but."
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
Just take it back to the store.
Yeah, so if you win, you can take it to any gas station. Doesn't matter if you didn't buy it from there.
Yeah, as long as they play the
sell
lottery.
the lottery.
Oh.
Sell lottery tickets. I think that's. I'm not a scratcher person, but that's anytime I've done scratch offs, that's the way they did it.
Where are they from?
Who?
The guy that had it.
Oh, grew
He's
up
from
in North Carolina. He lives in Charleston now. Yeah, but he just is not the type you'd see rolling and going, "I'm about to get some money. I'm about to lay down $40 on lottery tickets and see what happens."
Holding up
he
the line
wouldn't-
at the convenience store.
Yeah,
Give me a number 6, 2 number 3s, and a number 12.
Yeah, he's not that type. But just for fun, he did. He was so far removed from it, he didn't even know how to get the $20. Been riding around with it since Christmas.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, I almost made Alexis angry with me this morning, which is, you're thinking, what's new about that? But this was on purpose. We'll explain what happened, and you can tell us which one you think is overreacting or, I don't know, being a little sensitive. Coming up next.
From the Calotren Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotren at acetj.com/weight loss. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to get details. Now, Ace and TJ.
So, earlier in the show, well, it wasn't even on the air. Here's the thing. Let me back up a little bit. A long time ago, Alexis came in and she was elated. Alexis, that means really, really excited. Because she had gotten the news that had just broken that one Mr. Wayne Carter, a.k.a. Little Wayne, was going to be performing in her home city of Charlotte, North Carolina on 4/20, which is Dope Day. Dope Day for dope heads.
Dope day.
And Mr. Wayne is the perfect act to go see on Dope Day, right?
Yep.
So excited. But then she found out how much the tickets were, super, super expensive, and even if she could get there, it wouldn't be a good seat. The venue, she was saying that's not really what she, would want to go see Little Wayne in. So, fast forward to 420, which is today. Tonight, Little Wayne is in town, and people are, trying desperately to get tickets. It's sold out and all this. A listener sent a message asking if we had any connections to get any tickets because she wanted some and whatnot. I told her about it yesterday. So today, I said, I was able to end up getting tickets for that pretty listener girl. I got her 4 tickets. They're really good seats, too, and they were free. I didn't have to pay anything for them, so I just gave them to her. And Alexis was just looking down at her phone, acting like she's not listening, and staring at her phone, scrolling, looking, and then everybody chiming in was, that's great. You really did. Well, where'd you get them? So Rob started talking about something else, getting off the subject, and Alexis still hadn't moved or changed her expression. And then I told Riggins, I said, I just made that up about getting somebody some free tickets because I was trying to aggravate Alexis. And she said, what did you say? You were making a note?
I said, okay, I'm going to remember that. It's all right. You can save that over here in the old brain bank.
Mm-hmm. And what would you do with that information?
Don't worry about that. Just know I remember things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking in my head, really?
Yeah.
But then I was like, he wouldn't put time in to find some free tickets for somebody.
He wouldn't help anyone.
Exactly. So it has to be a lie.
Once you really thought about it, this doesn't make any sense that TJ would be doing that.
Put himself out.
He has to text people or call people.
Yeah.
No, he's not doing that.
He'd have to call her at the radio station and talk to him.
But you see what you try to do. You see how you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to have a friend like me.
Right.
Because as entertaining as I find myself to be, imagine how entertained I would be by somebody just like me.
Oh yeah, tons.
It would be like being able to get the enjoyment out of my own performance.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a friend who were like me. See, y'all don't understand how deprived I am, how much better y'all have it than I do, because y'all can enjoy the way I am, and I never get to witness it as an outsider.
Yeah.
And y'all should be thankful here on 420. We should just be
more
that
thankful as a group that we have you, TJ.
That he's making the sacrifice.
Yeah. And
that he doesn't even know what it's like to have a friend like him.
Trying to constantly annoy and aggravate everybody on the show by lying to them.
We're so blessed. So blessed.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Things are getting a little saucy on the Ace and TJ Show. I'll tell you why. In Now Trending, coming up next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
We have had some technical problems.
Hit it! You are connected to Ace TJ 5G. Ace TJ Riggins Alexis Tech D-Rob. Live from the Calatrend Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Woo. Be aware you may get a contact high today off of some dope heads walking around.
Weed.
But they don't mind. It's not an offensive term, dope head. I just say that because it's a funny sounding thing. And it's old fashioned.
Yeah, it
to
is.
call somebody a dope head.
I like the way Rickett said, yeah, it is.
And it is offensive.
It's
How are you
offensive.
going to say?
It's both offensive and old-fashioned, right?
What I'm saying is offensive, but I'm telling you it's not offensive.
Yeah, that's
How's that work?
well. I'm judging by the fact that Alexis hasn't told me to stop calling her a dope head.
Yeah.
She's been joining in and referring to herself that way. So that's on a turn. Because if anybody's going to get offended by something I say, it's going to be her.
Yeah, but when has that ever worked? Me telling you not to call me or to tell me something. I'm already learning. It's not going to work. So might as well just
You've got a better
accept it.
chance of not being called it if you don't say anything.
Exactly. I just have to not react.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, it is 420. I mean, everybody's celebrating the weed and
Well, I know it's trending, and then we mentioned that fact earlier that more legal marijuana and marijuana products, weed products, were sold in 2022, $30 billion worth, more sold than chocolate and craft beer combined. And it's not close. $18 billion worth of chocolate, $8 billion worth of craft beer, $30 billion worth of marijuana and marijuana-related products.
it's not as cool
For
anymore.
consumption,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so corporate now.
I guess. So corporate. But there are some benefits. A lot of people tout the benefits of hemp and marijuana
Yeah.
and CBD and CBD oil and gummies.
CBG,
and- yeah.
CBN.
I don't do it, but there are a lot of good things that come out of it.
Yeah.
I need to get
Injectables.
some of that CBD oil put
Yeah.
on my chair.
I mean, something. WD 420. You know? Weed. Weed.
Wake and bake, baby.
God, the thought of waking and baking now is, I mean, I would just probably die.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would just get back into bed and my heart would stop and I'd just die. So we used to do it all the time. Go to class, get super blitzed, and go to like geology.
Yep.
Talk about rocks. I passed that class. I don't know how. I think I went twice. Geology.
Could you follow the lesson? Were you able to follow the lecture?
No.
Okay.
That's when they would talk about earthquakes and stuff, right? Geology.
Yeah, I think so. It's like this real skinny lady.
Yeah.
Spindly. I remember she was very spindly. I'm like, lady, a rabbit. It's 8 a.m. on a Wednesday.
Let's go.
Let's talk about some rocks, baby. And then McDonald's is trending this morning because they've announced that they are going to start selling their Big Mac sauce, which a lot of people are saying it's just Thousand Island dressing, which might be true, but
It's
people
really
like
not.
it.
Yeah.
It's not just
It's not?
Thousand Island. No, it's got some other stuff in
Yeah,
it.
we got several messages from people, and we
Yeah.
talked about this before, that said it's just Thousand Island dressing.
I know that's the whole internet.
Yeah, it's close, but it's a little different.
So they're selling it just like they have the other condiments, sweet and sour, hot mustard, in that little condiment cup. But you got to order it online. It's while supplies last, and it's a limited time run. So people are excited, but you can also just ask for a Big Mac sauce on the side, and they'll put it in like one of those little hamburger boxes, like quarter pounder boxes. But then people are under the comments on Instagram saying, we don't care about the Big Mac sauce. Bring back the chicken snack wrap. That's
Oh,
what
I love the chicken snack wrap.
I was a huge chicken snack
Yeah.
wrap
I
fan.
thought they
yes.
were bringing it back. I thought McDonald's was bringing it back. They're working on it.
Oh, really?
I think.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
so good with the spicy, the regular, or the grilled.
I know Wendy's put out their own version of it, but all reviews are saying it's just not it's not as good, and it's like $7 or something. So yeah, everybody's like, we don't care about the Big Mac, so bring back the chicken snack wrap. So I don't know. We'll see if they do it. I feel like they won't though. So one thing, Alexis's boyfriend meticulously folds his underwear when they come out of the dryer, right?
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's kind of annoying, right? Does the one you love having a unique or unusual habit that you've just learned to live with, or at least not notice as much as you did in the beginning? That's what we're going to find out coming up next.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
It gets better and better every second. So Rachel McAdams did a photo shoot. They said she's embracing her armpit hair.
Embracing it.
I think it's maybe a touch dramatic.
You think?
I mean, I'm embracing it. No, you just didn't shave your armpits. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like some sort of spiritual awakening.
Right.
It's
You
the
didn't shave your
celebrities-
armpits.
Celebrities have to be dramatic to make themselves seem important.
Yeah, you just decided to grow your armpit hair. Big deal.
This is the headline from People. Rachel McAdams poses for minimally retouched photos with her armpit hair showing. And then a quote from her that says, "This is my body. This is my body. This is my body. My body. It's my body." Yeah, okay. You didn't shave your armpits. I mean, I don't know.
It happens after a few days, probably.
I don't know. Like, you didn't cure cancer. You didn't save a kid from like a burning house. You didn't shave your armpits.
So ridiculous.
I mean, I get.
It wasn't like your arms were mangled and you decided, you know what, I'm not going to hide them. I'm going to just live and show them
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you decided to grow your armpit hair. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
whatever. Nobody cares.
Jeremy Renner walking the red carpet again and saying, "This is my body." That's a thing.
Yeah.
I think it's important to
My
share a real
armpit
body.
hair.
Yeah, I mean, and they brought up
What
her.
a hero.
Yeah, I mean, they brought up her 2007 film Disobedience when she did a photo shoot with a breast pump. Also, beauty, glam, fantasy, and then truth.
Just you and us. This is ATJ 5G. Here's what's new today from the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
There's a brand new edition of Ace at Large that went up late yesterday. So if you want to check it out, headed to the Daytona 500 with me and my son Cade. So that's new today. Also, Nerd News new this week. There'll also be a brand new edition of the Extra Funny podcast that'll go up today, and you can watch this particular show later on in the day as well. So it's all part of our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. It's Ace TJ TV on YouTube. If you go check it out one time, you'll be shocked at all the cool stuff that's up there.
Is there a fin for yourself this week?
Yes.
Oh, so Fend for Yourself goes up today as well?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, on 420?
Okay. Uh-oh.
It's a quick and easy, delicious, spicy shrimp dip.
Yum.
Spicy shrimp, love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Love a dip.
Tiny, spicy shrimp.
So Alexis has told us before that her boyfriend Jay meticulously folds his underwear when they come out of the dryer, and there's like a whole method to it. And he wears boxer briefs.
Yes.
And he folds them in a way that they get down to like the size of a.
Yeah, and all the corners are like tucked into each other into like little pockets. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I fold my underwear in half and I just kind of lay them in a drawer.
Me too.
But I feel like that's better than just stuffing them in a drawer.
You go one fold or two?
Just one, and I lay them,
I go
long ways.
Ends together and then fold it over in the middle, so they're folded over flat and
Yeah.
lay together.
So I guess there's levels. I mean,
Yeah.
Rob pulls them right out of the dryer.
And they sit in a basket.
They sit in a basket. I fold them in half. Ace folds them twice. Jay folds them into squares. How do you fold your underwear, TJ? Or you don't?
I don't wear drawers.
Yeah, you don't wear underwear. You got no underwear drawer.
Yuck.
But it's an interesting habit. I thought that was kind of interesting. And she said it's very annoying, which I kind of think is funny too. Yeah. But we've all got things with our significant others, little habits that they pick up. I know my middle brother, his name's Kevin, when he goes to bed at night, he sits on the edge of the bed, and before he puts his feet up in the bed, he rubs the bottoms of his feet together like a cricket to get all the dirt and debris off of him, and it drives my sister-in-law, Amanda, crazy. She hates it, and I go, well, he's been doing that since we were kids. I've watched him do it. She goes, it's so annoying. I go, I understand. So what is a little habit that your significant other has picked up that you've either gotten used to or you just don't pick a fight about it anymore? Now, we know, Amanda kicks ice cubes under the refrigerator. That drives Ace crazy, and he just shuts up about it, which is probably the right.
I can't stop it, so it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, so just don't say anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm single, so I don't have anything. Do you have? Is there a habit that Jody does that drives you nuts?
Lord, no.
Good. She's perfect.
Yeah.
So, at the Ace TJ
My
show,
White Queen, they don't pick up bad
Allegiance with him before he goes out to work. Exactly. Like, I mean, come on, we're going to do it.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
I kind of like the idea of starting the day with the Pledge of Allegiance.
You're like sleeping, it makes you get up. Oh my God.
Yeah. Can you imagine me leaving the house at like 4:30 or whatever and tell it,
Let's go. Come on.
Wake up. Stand up real quick. Let's do the pledge.
Only patriots live in this
Yep.
house.
Yep.
Get up. So what is it?
Incredible.
Excuse me. At the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your habits coming up next.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it as a podcast. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
New edition of Ace at Large is up on our YouTube. It's kind of an Ace at Large video podcast. You can find like the sneak preview that we put up yesterday. Me and my son at the Daytona 500. All sponsored by Gaston County Tourism. Look, take a minute. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. You're thinking with your family, what are we going to do this weekend? Go to acetj.com/Gaston. You'll find all kinds of really cool experiences in Gaston County for the family. If you want to find great, unique shopping, lots of places in Gaston County to do that. If you want to go to some cool places with your friends or your significant other, again, the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail is spectacular for that because 7 different places throughout Gaston County, 11 places total on the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail, and they're all different and unique for whatever mood you're looking for, whether it's hanging with friends or something romantic. They've got a little bit of everything. And again, it's all right there in Gaston County. And if you're looking for something cool to do with the family, like a little more educational, the Shield Museum is spectacular. Like really very, very cool. There's a lot of stuff that you don't even know about that's happening right now in Gaston County. And whether it's with you and your family, you and your friends, you and your significant other, or just you alone, you will find something that you'll absolutely fall in love with. acetj.com/Gaston to find out what's happening in Gaston County. acetj.com/Gaston.
Hey, Rob, I need your help on this. You know how I live my life now by following the Zodiac.
Okay.
Not the Zodiac killer, but the Zodiac signs.
Right.
And I've just dedicated myself to it. I have a list here that I have uncovered about what your which Mighty Morphin Power Ranger embodies your Zodiac sign, and I don't really know any of the Power Rangers, so I need your help with this.
Okay, as long as it's the originals, because I'm not caught up,
Okay.
so we'll see.
All right, so you are Scorpio, right?
Correct.
Okay, so Scorpio is, let's see, Scorpina. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a bad guy in the Power Rangers.
Okay, it looks like a lady too. It's a woman.
Yeah.
Character. Okay.
That was whoever put this together. That was lazy because it's Scorpio.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, you mean who put it together? The stars did.
The universe.
Damn.
Don't question
Don't
the
you
universe.
blaspheme my zodiacs. All right, so I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
And that says Tommy Oliver.
Oh, Tommy Oliver. That's the Green Power Ranger. That's the best one.
Hell yeah. See, I knew this was the new life for me.
Wait, best one according to you, Rob, or best one according to...
I mean, people pretty much agree he's the best Power Ranger.
That's what I was going for.
He's
Fair
the
enough.
one with the ponytail.
Yeah.
Just died.
Yeah.
He did?
He just
Yeah.
killed
The
himself.
real life guy did.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Now that's throwing
Way
the whole thing off.
dampen
I don't
the
mean
temper on it.
take the
All right,
shine out of it, but he did just kill himself.
So Alexis is Leo.
Okay.
Jason Lee Scott is her Power Ranger.
She's the Red Power Ranger. He's
Red.
the leader of the group.
Oh,
Okay.
I
That doesn't
am
make
a
no
leader.
sense.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
All right. And Riggins is Aisha Campbell.
Oh, that's the yellow
Yellow
Power
one.
Ranger.
I
Yeah.
always felt like Aisha Campbell.
You give
The
me yellow
Yellow
Power
Ranger.
Ranger vibes.
And
Wait,
Ace.
what does it mean to be Yellow Power Ranger?
She's like a satellite character. She's
She's the maternal one. She's
Okay.
looking out
Got
for
it.
everybody, tenderhearted, whatever.
Got it.
And Gemini, which is Ace's sign, is Goldar.
Goldar. He's a bad guy, but he's like the minion bad guy.
Prone to bluster, exaggeration, and questionable catchphrases.
Yes, that's me.
Ace TJ 5G. app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
And it's time for you to lose weight. Spring is here. Summer will be here soon. And you have been talking about it. You said you want to feel more confident in a swimsuit. You want to feel more confident at the pool, at the beach. You need Calitrin. I know. You hear us talk about Calitrin every day. Well, it's time for you to stop just listening to us talk about it and get on it. Right? Because it's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. And scientifically proven to help you get better sleep. And that's how you know it's not a stimulant. It's not something that's going to be dangerous to you if you're taking other medications. It's a healthy way to lose weight because it's collagen that is the top quality collagen protein that promotes fat loss and lean muscle. There's a great price right now. Well, actually, always they've got great stuff going on as far as the special deals and all. So if you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you get 2 months free and $21 off. Right there. Boom. People at Calitrin are great. So go to their website and get started today. acetj.com/weight loss. acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
What's a little habit that your significant other has that you've just either learned to live with or just not make a big deal out of it anymore? We've covered a few of them on the show, like Alexis's boyfriend meticulously folds his underwear before he puts them in a drawer, folds them up into like a little square with pockets and like tucks the edges
tucks them
in.
It's ridiculous.
Good for him.
Insane.
I mean, there's
awesome.
something kind of admirable about it, taking the time. But it's not for everybody, and it drives her crazy. I get it. The other one I was thinking about during the commercial was Tech D Rob and the air fryer. And I think about this all the time. He's got an air fryer. It sits on the counter. His girlfriend puts it to the back of the counter when she's done using it. And he will come by and pull it out to the edge of the counter because that's where he likes it, even when it's not in use. And to me, that would be grounds for breaking up. Because
that he pulls it out?
Then he pulls it out.
It would make me nuts.
If you do it one more time, I'm leaving.
I'm out.
Because what's the point of that?
To your point, we probably use our air fryer at least three times a week.
Yeah.
Say 3. And it stays under the counter. So every time it's time to use it, I go over and take it out for a man instead of just saying, hey, can you get the air fryer out? Boom, I get it out. And every time I do that, I think about Rob. It's like, how annoying, because the thing's decent size.
Yeah.
And the thing, it's always, he's just pulling it for no reason out to the edge so that when he's ready to use it, it's already there and not under, so he'd have to pull it out there. Like, that's insanity to me.
She's not using that edge of the counter. Why bother?
But it's in the way.
No, it's
Yeah,
on the
I'm sure
very
it looks-
end of the counter that is not used for anything.
Still.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a totally different way of looking at things.
And nothing should be on the end of the counter.
No.
At the edge of the counter.
How she
That's
hasn't
the counter.
exploded over that one day, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she's a saint. But I'm sure there's things that she does that drive you crazy, right, Rob?
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't have any specifics. But
Not eat
most of
chicken
the time-
thighs that he makes.
Exactly.
That just made me sad.
Is there anything that you do that drives Jody crazy?
Absolutely not.
Probably not.
No way.
Okay.
I mean, when you're sleepwalking and trying to, with a mop bucket and cleaning up frantically in a ambient induced haze, I mean, that would kind of make me a little nutty.
Yeah. But, the only thing she said was, you could have hurt me.
Yeah.
When that happened, because I said that was dangerous. I could have gotten in my truck and driven off. I could have, whatever. Man, you could have hurt me.
Facts.
But it wasn't a habit.
Yeah.
What about the way you drink? Doesn't that annoy her?
Yeah.
No, she's grown to love that.
Oh.
And the way you chew
No,
gum.
'cause
Chew gum.
She go, you enjoying that water?
And why does she not like you chewing gum?
She looked cocky.
And she loves your habit of going through all your clothes, trying to figure out what you're going to wear and just leaving them all laying in the floor of your closet.
I don't do that anymore.
Oh, really? You
No.
stop doing that?
No, as soon as I stop caring how I look, I don't care. I just get one thing, and it may not even match.
Yeah.
I may have two different shoes on.
Alexis, do you do anything that drives your boyfriend crazy?
Oh, I'm sure I do. Like the way I put my clothes in the drawers. He absolutely hates it.
Mm-hmm. He's a bit of a neat freak, and you're not.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm not
but
at
your
all.
clothes, you are putting them in the drawers.
I'm putting them in the drawer. They're just not how he would like. And he came up to me the other day and he was like, if you want me to show you how to, put stuff organized in the drawer, I can. I said, no, I'll pass. Thank you.
Can I?
I'll pass on that offer.
You want to know one real quick? I'll give you. I don't know if it counts as a habit, but it drives me nuts. It makes me crazy because I fold the clothes, and I'm pretty meticulous when I fold the clothes. So Amanda, when I'm folding her clothes, if it's like workout pants, workout tops, T-shirts, they're all separated because I don't know how she wants to put them away. And then I put them all in a basket, and I sit them by her desk or by the chair that's in our bedroom. So here are your clothes. And then usually they will either sit over there for while she picks through them and picks what she wants. And when she goes through them, she'll just like take a shirt off the bottom and just pull it out and wear it, which unfolds the clothes that I folded and meticulously placed into the basket, and it just becomes a lump of clothes in the basket.
Yeah, that's not
that
cool.
just sit there, and then she'll just pick it up and put the basket in the closet, and it sits on the floor. And I don't know if she puts those clothes away or not.
Well, but that's just because millennials are slobs.
Maybe.
I think that's what.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm aware I do plenty of things that annoy her, but man, I go to a lot of trouble to try to make sure that's easy for her to put away.
Well, they just don't fold it anymore. Just put it all in a basket and leave it there for her.
Oh,
But I mean,
leave
it's
those pretty clothes in a basket just sitting over there.
It's a 50-50 give and take. You fold the clothes and she unfolds them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in
Teamwork.
charge of the unfolding.
Yeah,
It's a well-oiled machine.
you know, I do a lot of things that she doesn't like. I snore, you know, like,
That thing you do with your eyes.
what thing?
Oh. Ooh. Sorry.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Imagine you're just trying to enjoy a night out with the family at the ballpark, and all of a sudden you get hit in the face with a big old wiener. Details coming up next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Well, there's no live from the living room tonight because we already have a live show tonight, an Ace and TJ live show. But if there was going to be a live from the living room, it would be sponsored by the Hyatt Centric South Park. Great hotel. And a couple of weeks ago, if you haven't seen it, you can go to our YouTube and our Facebook page. You can check it out. We did live from the living room at the Hyatt Centric South Park in their presidential suite. And it's awesome over there. There's so many great things about the Hyatt Centric. But if you need to be in South Park, Hyatt Centric South Park, great hotel. We highly recommend it. And that's where guests of the Ace and TJ show stay. The Hyatt Centric South Park in Charlotte.
My new favorite kind of YouTube content is watching people do juice cleanses for 5 days, and then the first meal they eat after the juice cleanse. And specifically, there's a guy named Ben Dean. He lives in South Korea, but he was born in Chicago, I think. Does 5 days of a juice cleanse, and then proceeds to hammer an entire cheese pizza as the first thing he eats after 5 days of just juice. And as he eats the slices, like the first slice goes down, he gets like, I don't want to say high, but there is a euphoria that comes over him that is noticeable in the video.
Wow, he ate the entire slice in like 2 bites.
He's eating the slices in 2 or 3 bites a piece, and he doesn't stop until he's eaten about half of the pizza, a large cheese pizza.
But that seems like that would make him sick.
There's no way that that's going to feel good.
Yeah.
My mouth is watering.
I know
But
that
he is-
cheese looks so perfect.
He is, I mean, his eyes are almost rolling in the back of his head.
And that's a thick crust pizza.
I've never done a 5 day.
pizza.
I've done a 3 day juice cleanse before, and you're planning at the end of the 3rd day that what are we going to eat tomorrow?
The bliss that's in his face.
Yeah, there's something so satisfying about watching him, break this juice cleanse after 5 days.
Like, I'm almost so happy for him that he's having that moment.
Yeah. Not saying a whole lot, but there's once I watched this video, it recommended some other stuff to me, and this is apparently a thing on social media where you post the first meal you eat after doing. There was one guy that drank nothing or consumed nothing but water for over 2 weeks, which I didn't even know was possible. I thought you had to eat something in that time.
No.
I don't think
How
so.
long
You
can you
go that
survive
long.
without food?
I don't know. A lot longer without food than without water.
Yeah. Well, he celebrated eating food by having like the ripest fruit. So he bit into a slice of watermelon. Yeah, and he about lost his mind. He's like, the texture, the flavor. It's crazy.
Ace TJ 5G. happening with the radio family. Here's what's new today from the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Make sure you go and subscribe to Ace TJ Prime. It's free. And if you're a member of the Share Funny family, just go ahead and get signed up because we're closing that down. Shifting everybody over. So we need you to go sign up for Ace TJ Prime. If you're an Ace and TJ fan, it's free. And then we also have a paid tier subscription service called Ace and TJ Prime Plus, where you get even more exclusive content. So real easy. Just go to acetj.com/prime. Get signed up.
You're going to love Prime, though. There's some really fun stuff happening, and especially if you're in Prime Plus. There's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
Special Monday night programming and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
The return of somebody's political show, conservative talk show thing.
That's right.
I think that's going to break it.
Yeah.
I mean, just people are going to be going crazy.
I think so. Because I think a lot of people will be surprised Alexis is that into
I know.
politics.
Yeah.
And she's well versed.
Yeah. She knows what she's saying. Everybody knows the Philadelphia sports fans are kind of scumbags. I mean, they threw snowballs at Santa. That was the infamous story when, Santa showed up and everybody threw snowballs at him. But they try to distance themselves from that story because they don't like it. But they've got a jail in the, Philadelphia Eagles Stadium. But at the Phillies game the other night, it was $1 hot dog night. $1 hot dog night, which is a really good deal at Citizen Bank Park. But there was this 13-year-old kid, or this little kid rather, and he had eaten 13 hot dogs. And everybody started cheering him on. It's like Philly fans yeah, keep eating them. So people started tossing hot dogs down to him. And then it got out of control. And then everybody was going to the concession stands, buying up dozens of $1 hot dogs. And then it just became a food fight, and people were whipping wieners across the park.
So they weren't throwing them all still at the kid. They were just throwing them to be throwing them now.
Yeah, it kind of turned into this all-out wiener war. And people were getting hit in the head, innocent families that were just showing up for a nice night at the Phillies game. Were getting hit in the head with flying weenies, so they ended up having to kick people out of the game, ejecting people from the game, fans. So it's just another example of Philadelphia sports fans just taking it one step too far.
Yeah, being uncivilized. You mean?
I wasn't going to use that word, but
They are.
What am I supposed to say?
That's why I wish none of their sports teams any success.
Is that
Because
right?
those fans don't deserve it.
They're a wild bunch, I've never been. Have you ever been in a food fight?
No, but I've always wanted to. It
see
seems
it
like
in-
so much fun.
You see it on TV and in movies, but I've never actually been in a food fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
It's pretty rough. I mean, it stings. It hurts.
Were you in
Yeah.
school?
No, I was actually at a restaurant. And we were throwing green beans at each other, but they were still in the cans.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Little dad
That
joke to
hurt.
set
I
you
got
up.
knocked out.
Yeah. I mean, you imagine your parents if they found out. I mean, a food fight, your parents would kill you, right?
Through all that food, you wasted it and threw it on the ground.
I can't even see that being a real thing, but I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, I cannot see me running up to the hot dog stand and buying $10 worth of hot dogs just to
Throw
throw.
them,
That just
no.
seems dumb.
These are all adults.
Yeah, because you've been raised right, Ace.
I try. Thank you.
Philadelphia sports fans have not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 Eastern, live on the Ace and TJ app, or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.